Velina, the tower is in danger. I need to speak to Archmage Cedrador.
I'm sorry, Ariane. The Archmage was clear. Maybe if you told me why, I could pass on a message.
I can't explain. Listen, if the Archmage can't see me, perhaps I could speak to Wizard Eleron.
I'm sorry, Ariane. You are barred from entering the tower for any... You can come in. It's only a few people who've been...
I told you it wasn't like that. I knew what I was doing.
This is none of your business, outsider.
No, wait, I recognize you. You're the adventurer Xenia mentioned. Will you help me again? Could you take a message to Archmage Cedrador for me? Depending on how he reacts, I may need your help with other things. Thank you. Just go to Archmage Cedrador and... Wait, no. Too late. There's something happening.
By Saradomin, the Holy Archmage! Begone, Spirit of the Abyss! Oh!
Come on, my message can wait. Let's see what's happening. Cast airstrike at the vortex. Draw it into the power beam. Thanks, adventurer. Talk to me again outside the tower if you still... I can't believe Cedrador would set up a ward to keep me out. I didn't realize he saw me as that dangerous. That's what I want to find out. I know the tower is in danger, but I don't know the details. I'm a seer. I have premonitions sometimes. Flashes of information. Emotional impressions, nothing precise. Lately, I've been having visions of the tower in flames, but I don't know any details and I can't prove anything. I came here to investigate, and now I find I can't get into the building. People talk about wizards having a gift for magic, but the first thing you're told when you join the wizard's tower is that it's not true. Magic isn't handed down by gods or random chance, but being a seer runs in families. It's not something I worked for. When I told the other wizards about it, they resented me. I tried to use my magic to understand and control my ability. My goal was to integrate it into magical theory so I could teach it to other wizards. But I ended up being expelled from the tower. I need you to go into the tower for me. Talk to the wizards and find out what's happening in there. Archmage Cedrador is the head of the tower, so you should talk to him. I think Wizard Eleron might help as well. He was my mentor while I was there. You should talk to the other wizards as well. Ask if they've seen anything unusual lately. One of them must have seen something that'll help us.
Please, don't do that. It's very distracting. If you must play the organ, at least keep to the top manual. It's quietest. Not even Archmage Cedrador could concentrate with the racket from the loud manuals. It's been here since the tower was rebuilt. I think the first Archmage was a little eccentric in his architectural preferences.
Greetings, human. Everything about this tower is unusual from my point of view. The human approach to magic is endlessly fascinating. If you're referring to that thing that attacked the librarian, however, I've never seen anything. There's an old human called Triborg in this tower who's always talking about strange.
Hello, young singing-me-what? Singing-me-what? Where? These pesky thingamy-what, they get everywhere. They leave a terrible mess, too. You're a singing-me-what? I've never seen one up close before. I said I was mad. Now you are my proof. Oh, that's a pity. Hello, young singer. I've seen them in the power beam, you know, singamy-ones. I like to look at the power beam sometimes. There are so many things we see every day, but never look at, aren't there? Or look at every day, but never see. I see things in there. Thingamy-whats. No one else sees them. They think I'm mad. Didn't you know? This tower was built on the ruins of an old tower. That's where it came from, the swirly thing. I saw it come up through the floor of the library.
Have you learnt anything from the wizards in the... There are schools of magic. So what did you learn? Through the library floor. But that means it was something from the old tower. Good idea, but I still want to hear what Cedrador and Eleron have to say. Could you go back inside?
small mortal. No.
Oh, hello there. Can I do anything for you?
Welcome, adventure. Yes, I'm aware of that. Wizard Valina, you can tell Ariane that her concerns have been noted. I'm preparing to deal with the anomalies in the power beam, so there's no cause for concern. I'm preparing an Icenic purge. It'll send a surge of energy through the power beam, which should overpower whatever creatures have managed to enter. I concede that there is some evidence that she has premonitions, but unless she can give me more specific information, there's really nothing I can do. You know what she did, don't you? Wizard Ariane was our most promising student. She could have been Archmage someday. I overlooked her gallivanting off as an adventurer. Everyone's reckless in their youth. But I can't allow a demon worshipper in the tower. The tower has had strict rules against Zamarachian wizards for the last 100 years, and I have to apply that, even to her.
What can I do for you on this glorious day, adventurer? Are her premonitions still troubling her? I feared as much. Please let her know that When I took Ariane on as my apprentice, she asked me to help her suppress her premonitions. She didn't want to stand out because of a natural gift. I told her that that was admirable, but it would be wrong to turn down an advantage the gods had given her. With hindsight, it shouldn't have surprised me when Cedridor expelled her just for using every source of knowledge at her disposal.
Have you spoken to Cedridor and... So what did you learn? What he means is he's going to flood the tower with magic without knowing what he's dealing with. It might work, but I want to be sure. We should... He's the only tower wizard who was sympathetic. He convinced me to work on them, rather than suppress them. But that doesn't help us with the problem. We need to find out what these vortices are. I spoke to the demon, spoke to it, but there's no middle ground with Cedridor. Step outside the line and you're a red wizard. Through the library floor? But that means... Good idea. It's not going to be easy, though. Archmage Perian sealed the lower levels when he built the second tower. There's a rumor that the door can be opened using the water surge spell, but many wizards have tried casting that spell on the door and failed. It's more like... Could you go back into the tower and find the key? I think Wizard Eleron will help us if we tell him what we're doing. You should start by talking to him.
What can I do for you? Alas, even senior tower wizards aren't allowed into the ruins. I certainly couldn't tell the secret to a disgraced ex-wizard and an outsider, however much I might privately want to help you. One wonders what it is that generations of archmages have wanted to keep locked away down there, forbidding us. Ariane is a brilliant mage, but no one except Archmage Cedridor is allowed to know the secret of entry to the room. Many young wizards have wasted rooms casting Water Surge on the door to no effect. A few, however, have speculated that the key might lie not in casting that spell, but in... It was the Archmage Perian, first Archmage of the new tower, who sealed the lower levels. He had an idiosyncratic understanding of magic and its relationship to other arts. Perian had the pipe organ installed in the library, and he wrote a treatise on the relationship between magic and music. I don't recall saying anything of the sort. If you did want to read that book, though, for its historical interest, perhaps, you could find it on one of the bookshelves on the ground.
Welcome, adventure.
Have you made any progress with getting... This is interesting. Have you seen the diagram in the back? Archmage Perian assigned a rune to each note of the chromatics. Hey, what if the key to the ruins is in the Water Surge spell after all? What if you're not meant to cast the spell, but instead you're meant to play its runes as a sequence of notes? Have you made any progress with getting the key to the old tower? The key to the old tower? Who knows what's down there? There could be knowledge that's been lost for 100 years. I just hope it's well preserved. It would be terrible for knowledge to be lost forever. The entrance is on the east side of the island. Come on. This is amazing. We may be the first people to come down here for 100 years. This must be the Chamber of Shrines. The senior wizards used it as a meeting room, and wizards I've read about it, but I never thought I'd see it. Is that all you think about? You have no... The old tower was made up of wizards from all over the world. They arranged themselves into 4 orders dedicated to different gods: blue, green, red, and grey.
Wizard, you have proved yourself worthy. All that remains is to determine the order to which you will belong. Are you ready to be tested?
It thinks we're new wizards joining the tower. Originally, you wouldn't be able to get to this room without passing the entry tests.
The first question. You are behind in your studies due to illness, and a test is coming up. Your place at the tower is safe, but if you fail, you will lose some. The second question. An elderly wizard, the last practitioner of a unique branch of magic, dies. Her diary might contain details about her unique magic, but her will states that the diary should be destroyed on her death. A rival wizard is spreading lies about you and has made you the laughing stock of a nearby village. They believe you are of low intelligence and poor moral character, and throw The fourth question. You have become a senior wizard and are asked to take on an apprentice. The boy is talented but undisciplined, and does not apply himself outside his areas of interest. What is your approach? The fifth question. A senior wizard asks you to take part in a ritual that will greatly benefit the tower. Before the ritual starts, you discover that he learned part of it from a demon. The ritual appears safe, but demons are expert liars. Welcome, Grey Wizard.
I wish we had more time to explore these ruins properly. The old tower was made up. They arranged themselves into 4 orders. There are other gods besides Saradomin, Guthix, and Zamorak. The Grey Wizards were those who worshipped lesser-known gods, such as Armadil or the Menaphite pantheon, or were non-religious. The Grey Wizards didn't invent many spells, but they made some of the greatest contributions to pure magical theory. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Your what? That's a statue of Eratona the Green, who negotiated the treaties with local rulers that let the Well, no, but be careful. This is it. The heart of the old tower. The central spellcasting chamber where the old wizards performed their most powerful rituals. It's amazing. I never imagined I'd see it in person. It's starting to win you over, isn't it? I don't think anyone can stand. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what... I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there while I examine it. not ghosts. At first, I thought they might be ghosts, but they're soul fragments. I've heard about putting part of yourself into your work, but the old wizards literally put part of their souls into the power beam. They must have wanted to create a very powerful magical effect. I don't know what they were trying to do, but whatever— Do you know what this is? I think this is what destroyed the first tower. I think there was an enchantment keeping the vortices here, but someone has removed it. Now, they're able to go up the beam to the new tower. I can't tell. It looks like we weren't the first people to come down. I can replace the enchantment that was keeping the vortices here, but it'll take some time. While I do it, you need to go back to the new tower and delay set— I don't know, but I'm sure you can think of something. If he's casting an Icenic Purge, he'll probably be— The Icenic Purge floods the tower with energy, but these vortices are attracted to magic. All it'll do is draw them up. I can restore the enchantment that kept the—
Please be quiet, adventurer. My assistant and I are casting an Icenic Purge, and we must have silence in order. Please be quiet, adventurer. Please be quiet, adventurer. Please don't do that, adventurer. The Icenic... Adventurer, I must insist that you step away from that organ. Break my concentration once more, and you will feel the wrath of the Grand...
Please, if you must play the organ, at least...
It was close, but I managed to restore the enchantment. The vortices are trapped in the ruins again. Thanks for your help, adventurer. I couldn't have done this without you. Well, thanks again. I found some things in the ruins you might be interested in. I found some things in the I found some... I found some things in the I'm going to head back down to the ruins to study the vortices. I want to find out what happened to the old tower and who released the vortices from the ruins.